Introduction. Welcome back. In today's lesson, we'll learn how to create a table in MySQL. Tables are the fundamental structures in a database where data is stored in rows and columns. Basic concepts. Let's start with some basic concepts. A table is a collection of related data held in a structured format within a database. Think of it like a spreadsheet where data is organized into rows and columns. Columns define the type of data stored, such as name, age, or email. Each column has a specific data type, like integer for whole numbers, varchar for strings, and date for dates. Rows are individual records in the table. Each row represents one entry, such as a single student's information in a school database. Data types. Understanding data types is crucial. Here are some common ones: int for whole numbers, varchar for variable length strings such as names or emails, date for dates in the format YYY/MMDD. Creating a table. Now let's move on to creating a table. The basic syntax to create a table in MySQL is as follows: create table, name, column 1 data type constraints, column 2 data type constraints, column n data type constraints. For example, let's create a table named students with the following columns. ID, an integer to uniquely identify each student. Name, a variable length string to store the student's name. Age, an integer to store the student's age. Email, a variable length string to store the student's email. Example, here is the SQL statement to create the students table. Create table students. ID int auto increment, primary key, name varchar 50, not null, age int not null, email varchar 100. In this example, ID is an integer that auto increments and serves as the primary key. Name is a variable length string with a maximum length of 50 characters and cannot be null. Age is an integer and cannot be null. Email is a variable length string with a maximum length of 100 characters. Practical demonstration. Let's see this in action using MySQL Workbench. Open MySQL Workbench and connect to your database server. In the query editor, type the following command: create table students, ID int auto increment. Primary key, name varchar 50, not null, age int not null, email varchar 100. Execute the query by clicking the Execute button. Refresh the schema to see the new students table. Conclusion. And that's how you create a table in MySQL. Understanding how to define tables and their columns is essential for managing your database effectively. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to insert data into our newly created table. Stay tuned.